Alright guys, welcome to Matamoros. Yeah, I made a complete mess of the hotel room. I've just been a bit down and out because I got refused entry into the United States. So I've been living like a rock star the past few days. Getting all the comforts of United States and back in England, so close, but yeah, so far, yeah. One thing I gotta say about Matamoros, I'll talk about the mess later, but is that it's super hot. All those memes, I used to make fun of Americans because they used to have all these memes saying like Texas is the hottest place on earth, and Texas is just right there. It's like 5 minutes walk, it's just right behind those trees. They used to say Texas is the most hottest place in the world, and they used to think, oh, they're just being weak Americans, you know. And I've travelled all around the world, and this is probably the hottest place I've ever been in my entire life. It's September now, so it should be, it's almost October. I thought it should be pretty cold, but the sweats and everything. I've just had the air conditioning on for days here, and yeah, I've been pretty down and out the past few days. So I haven't had time to rest. I haven't had time for just the past year, I haven't had time to just sleep and eat for about a week, so I just thought I'd use this chance, be a bit of a slob and put all the way back on. But yeah, I've travelled to Saudi Arabia, Fortaleza, those have been the hottest places I've travelled around the world. Fortaleza in North Brazil and Saudi Arabia, but this place is probably the hottest place I've ever been. It's just sweating non-stop, like hot, like I just can't believe it, because I've been around Mexico I lived around Mexico for almost 2 years now, like a year and 6 months, and it's never been hot. I always thought, oh, Mexico, usually when you think of Mexico, like I said, the propagandas and the stereotypes about a country, the opposites are usually true. You think, oh, Mexico's a hot country. Yeah, but once you cross the border, there's no police at all. It's run by a cartel. I have lots of eyes on me. All these Mexicans were just having their eye on me, so I've got to be careful. I'm going to put away my phone now in case anything happens to me. I'm going to the city centre, but here they're all lining up, hoping to get a visa. Yeah, but even for me, it's hard to get in. Being British, they rely on the Mexicans for no worries, but all the other Mexicans on the border are pretty cool. But I'm putting away my phone now because I have lots of eyes on me and I feel a bit scared. Right, guys, got my tamarindo here, my tamarind. Let's get healthy after the binging weekend. But yeah, welcome to Havana, Cuba. No, I'm just kidding, this is still Matamoros. Yes, I felt a bit of rain, heavenly after the heat here. Yeah, I was saying it's like Havana, Cuba, because it does look a bit like Havana, Cuba. If you go down the streets here, I've never been to Havana, Cuba, but you know, like the architecture here, the Venetian kind of architecture, they have that for a little bit of like maybe 5 streets that way, even though it is a very poor city. During the daytime it's very relaxed. But yeah, here it looks a bit like Havana, Cuba. You know, like parts of like California, when they have the 50s cars from the 50s and stuff like that. Yeah, pictures of Havana look a bit like this. But yeah, when you enter North Mexico near the border, it just looks a bit like the United States in some parts, and it has a really chill atmosphere. The atmosphere is just so chill because it's not touristic at all, kind of like Pueblo.
Es un área federal, caballero.
Pedido mi celular, the city office.
Sí, pero no puede estar grabando, hay que borrarlo.
Okay, I'll put it up. Hey guys, welcome back to another day, another adventure. We know we're not in Paraguay. Usually we're crossing the bridge. It's usually Brazil or Paraguay, but that's Estados Unidos, Texas here, so close, just right there. That grass there, that's United States. I was just on it for a few seconds. But this is the border crossing that all the Mexicans cross. Usually you think it was a big wall and people climbing over and stuff. But no, you just have to go through I passed through the police officers and they just asked me my passport. I showed it as a British passport, even though my ESTA is expired. And they just let me through, but then I realised that there's a big office after that, and that's where they'll question me and ask for my ESTA visa and everything. So I turned back. A little story about me. If you're not watching, I've been travelling the world for 10 years. We're in Matamoros now, which is probably one of the most dangerous cities in Mexico. Everyone warned me about this. All my Mexican friends say, oh, be careful, Matamoros. All the shops are closed. at midnight, not midnight, by 7 p.m. everywhere closes. You can't eat anywhere after 7 p.m. Last night I tried to order pizza, everywhere's closed. So you gotta be careful. Walking here, you know, because I'm on the border of the United States, it's safe for me to hold out my phone, but don't hold out my phone anywhere else. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Gosh, you know, just pedido mi celular. But yeah, visa office, and yeah, I thought it was going to be just like Paraguay walking through. Oh no, no, permiso. Yeah, I just had to put my phone right there because lots of those gangs, all the gangs are on the borders. So yeah, USA is just that way, like literally behind this building, and literally just behind that building there's a bridge in USA. It's in all directions. It's shaped like a little point here in Matamoros, where we have Texas on our sides, like behind that building, just over there, and behind that building over there. But the only way you can put across through a bridge over here. But what the finally some police. That's the first police I've ever seen, but they're not police, they're military. They don't have police, they just have military here. And yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be walking with my phone like this, it's very dangerous, but it gets more this way, it gets kind of peaceful, but you'll always have people looking at you and people like following you. But yeah, what they do here, on the bridge on the borders, they have gangs and stuff that they pay, you know, people to cross the border. They can help, you know, smuggle some money across the border to either help them cross. They can cross a bridge here, but the rest of it is just like a wall or a river. And usually you have to pay these gangs to join these gangs, and they help you cross the river or cross the wall with them by boats or by climbing over. But there's not 100%, but since they're gangs, you know, like probably part of the cartel, they might kill you, they might just rob the money off you and steal you, especially me being foreign. That's why it's easy for Mexicans across the border. They hate us gringos. I have a lot of that, I feel that a lot of gringo hate, especially here. Except for people who want to get to USA. There's a few girls that want to get to USA from Mexico, and they're like the coolest girls you can meet. That's the thing, if you're watching this, people are always, oh, it's all about looks, money, status and all this kind of stuff. No, it isn't. You gotta wake up. It's all about how they can use you. Because yesterday I had the biggest wake-up call. I arrived yesterday, I stunk. I was on like a 20-hour bus journey from the, because if you watch my video, I was in Puebla. I just put my phone away because I know that car with the tinted windows is there looking at me. Everyone here is always looking at us because they don't have foreigners here. They only have Mexicans here that want to cross into the border. I'm probably the first foreigner because they don't, you know, white people like me, especially British people, they don't need to cross the border. And I just realised I paid $600 for my visa. I saved up 5 months to pay for my B2 visa. That's the only reason why I'm here. At the end of it, she just said, oh no, you need Mexican residency, which they never told you about. And I knew where I was before, the office in Leon, where I came from, which was a 20-hour drive away, where I first applied for my visa. They wanted me to, you know, waste all my money and come there. You know, they didn't want to tell me because they hate foreigners. But yeah, anyways, like I'll continue the story later. I'm going off tangents. But yes, here's probably the only safe part of the city. It's pretty quiet by night time. Don't come out after 6 p.m. Everywhere's closed. Even my hotel says no, don't go out after night. Even though I look like I can handle myself with the kickboxing, I look ripped and everything. It doesn't matter. So yes, it disarms you in the daytime because you feel the peace. Like a lot of guys, when I approached me when I first arrived yesterday, I stunk. I looked horrible. I looked a mess after that 20-hour ride and sleeping. And they were like, hey man. But I realised they do that to get to know you, to try and become your friend, so that then they can get to know where you're staying, and then they can, because they speak a bit of English. Everywhere I walk in, they're like, hey man, and then, hey dude, how you doing? It's the first time I've heard that in Mexico. But then I say, oh, you hablas inglés? Is it? No. That's all they say, it's just that first sentence. It's like that Family Guy meme. He's actually right. But it's absolutely hot. It's hotter than I've ever been in any country here. Hotter than when I was in Saudi Arabia, when I worked in Saudi Arabia for 6 months, and that was hot, but this is hotter probably than Saudi Arabia. I said it could happen. Okay, it looks like USA, as you can see. But yeah, I'll live. Have you watched my old videos of living in Guanajuato for 5 months, just to try and get my B2 visa to go back to USA? You know, it's hard. it's harder for United States, UK to get B2 visa. But let's see, this is like USA. It's the first time with pavements, but they accept Mexicans over the world, but they don't accept us white guys. Latinos have it easier, especially with women. They don't know how spoiled they are with women having it in their country, and then they can go to USA to let them in. They think it's all. So yeah, as I was saying, it looks like USA here, so it's harder for us white people to get in. If you're not from USA, to get into it and get a B2 visa. But yeah, I think they turned me down. They said I need Mexican residency. So yeah, Latinos don't know how spoiled they are, and they're becoming even more spoiled, and they don't realise how hard it is. Because there's people from UK, we have horrible women, and we have to fight for having horrible women to fight to get to USA. And even the USA is hard because unless you're a millionaire, you don't really stand out. But Europe's good for us, but Latinos think that we've got it all bad, they hate us because they think we're spoiled, but they're the actual ones that are spoiled because they don't know how nice they have it, especially the women. And they cuddled, they live with the mother to the age of 40 and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I got off the bus yesterday, a 20-hour journey. And for 5 months I've been living in Guanajuato, 6 months or whatever. And Puebla, and he's watching me auto videos all around Mexico. And the girls, every time I talk to them, they're really scared. They have gringo hate because the guys here, to paint them a picture about the white devil, about gringos, stay away from gringos, they're horrible, And I can see why they hate Americans. Americans are usually overweight and spoiled. A lot of the majority, anyways. But the ones that have been to the USA to see the truth, to know that people from the USA are actually cool, and it's cool to get along with, are actually the coolest people you'll ever meet. The ones that travel, but the majority, 90% of girls, they approach you and think, oh no, gringo, go away, we hate gringos, And you get this really tense kind of attitude. You can't relax around them. This is the first time in Mexico, Matamoros, where I can actually relax. Because it has that atmosphere of being close to USA. And and I was in the middle of the desert. In the center, it's like the middle of the desert. And where Guanajuato and Puebla and all that kind of stuff. And literally, after the bus, Monterrey is in the north as well. But once the bus passed the city called Monterrey, I think it's pronounced. Once it passed there, I finally saw pavements like this, pavements and grass. And I was like, wow, it looks like USA. It looks like, probably sometimes the poor parts of USA. Maybe like Detroit or someplace like that. I thought, finally, some pavement, because all in Guanajuato, it's all just deserts and there's no grass at all, and you feel like you're really thirsty. I was craving rain. When it rained for the first time in 3 months, I was outdoors. It rained for like 3 days. I was just outdoors bathing in the rain. And I noticed things changed. Like you saw highways and bridges and nice cars, and everywhere looked like USA. So once you get like the north of Mexico, past Monterrey, it completely changes. It looks a bit like USA, but obviously it still has the attitude, the gringo hate and everything, because those who haven't been to USA, those who are deluded by the media, and I can understand it, because people, I can kind of understand the hate, because but they think all white people are from USA, because the USA people, they talk really spoiled, like, hey, yeah, I'd like this, I like that. Like I see them walking through a restaurant before, and they seem really spoiled and everything. A lot of people from USA, they're all about traveling and just like, they don't toughen themselves up. Whereas me, when I travel to a place like this, I work out I work out anyway every single day. I work out sometimes like 8 hours. You see me, I'm a machine. I'm crazy. I work out like tons, and sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours, all day. I can train, and it's just to make myself prepared for things like this, because you got to look tough. Usually I look ripped. Sometimes I look too ripped, and sometimes just dreaming about food and sleep all the time. If you come into dangerous areas like this, I always prepare myself just in case. It's dangerous at night time anyway. So when I first arrived here, I gotta be quiet. Yeah, I know there's people looking at me, so just gotta be careful. It should be okay. There's a consulate, the American consulate. I usually start speaking Spanish soon, but yes. And as you go kind of that way, it kind of looks like California, but you have cafes and stuff like that. When you see the rundown bits, the poor parts of California. I've never been to California, but I've only seen it on TV. But some of the when I walk in some places like this, some of the streets kind of look like a Venice, or the poor parts of California. The architecture. Obviously not nice, because every time, I think the last time I went to Florida, or the first time I went to Florida, I was just like, wow, everywhere is so clean, because I was so used to living in Brazil and Rio de Janeiro for 3 years. And this is kind of like a second-hand version of that, of that sometimes, in the nice places anyway. But yeah, anyways, I arrived here, I stunk, I had stains all over my shirt. I was just like, after a 20-hour bus ride, you just don't care. So I was supposed to get to a hotel. I worked out tons, so I had a lot of food on the like I had bits of food stuck to me and everything, and it looked horrible, and I stunk, and that was the least time when I should attract girls. I was at my worst to attract girls, and usually I work out. I think when I work out, I think about Friday night, and I get nervous, and I work out, and I train, and look nice, smell nice. I try and be in the best shape, and the girls get scared, and the girls get nervous, and they don't want to, they, oh, gringo, they because they paint a picture about the white devil and everything, and they get really nervous and scared, because obviously they think everybody's like Latinos. They're used to Latinos, raping them and everything, and the cartel and everything, and I think everyone's like that, and so they think, and the guys hate any outsiders getting their girls, so they protect them. They feed them a lifetime of nonsense about the gringos, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. They paint them a bad picture, especially if you go up to them anytime. They they come up to you and then they whisper behind your back, oh no, the gringo, he's this, he's that, he's all that kind of stuff, all these lies and propaganda, so they get the women to themselves, because that's their worst nightmare. I'm not to film there, because they constantly did. But yeah, anyways, I just got out of the hotel. I walked to the hotel, I stunk, I had stains all over my shirt, literally I looked like a tramp. I stunk of BO. And as soon as I saw the girl, I asked this mother and the girls, because usually the girls here that are from different parts of Mexico, they're here just to get a visa. So, tacos, this is all it is, just tacos and stalls. By night time, this place is probably overrun with gangs. There's probably no police about. I think the police just leave this place lawless after 8 p.m. But yeah, anyways, I was speaking to the mother, and the girl was really nice. She's like, oh yeah, I'm here to get my visa. And literally, she was like complete 180. She was like, I was like, why is this girl so attracted to me? She was biting her lips and everything. And she's saying, yeah, okay, I'm staying here. Also, I'm trying to get my visa. I'm going to go back to work in Florida. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was like so attracted to me, started touching me and flirting with me. She was pretty attractive as well. She's from another colonial kind of touristy kind of city. But that's the last time in my life that I should have ever attracted any woman, because I was the worst state I've ever been in, to attract a woman. But she was interested in me because she was going to USA, because she knew she could probably latch onto me. Probably much easier to get a visa. Meet me over there or something, or hook up me, to get a visa. I was like, what? And she was like, okay, I'll come to your room later. She said, I said, okay, yeah, I might give you some English, because her English wasn't perfect. And she's asking me all these questions. She said, oh yeah, I'll come to your room later, and you can give me a massage. She actually said that. I said, you can give me a massage. I was like, I didn't even offer you one. But she said, yeah, I'll definitely do it later. She asked me for my Instagram. She said she's going to meet up today. Come to my room, hotel room, at 4 p.m. I saw her this morning, and even though I looked even more of a state as well, because I just woke up and I was having breakfast. When you just wake up and you just have breakfast, and and that just goes to show you, it doesn't matter what you look like, anything like that. It's all about how they can use you. I just seen a face 180 once she realised I spoke English, and I was going back to USA. She's like, oh yeah, I can use this guy, But the Latinos are spoiled, because they've deluded them, and it's such the biggest shame that Mexicans like this are sick, because they they have a poor diet, they have a poor lifestyle, and it makes their body and their brain mush, and they age twice as fast, and that makes them not able to think for themselves. So when media and other guys teach them, no, stay with your own kind, gringos are this, stay away from gringos, they're horrible, because they're scared of them being free, and they're scared of us white guys having them all to themselves, kind of like how all the Muslims are coming over, and raping all the women and stuff like that, but we white guys were okay with it, we were like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, we're okay with it because we have lots of options, we were kind of cool, but now we're kind of the first time in history where we're actually stepping up to it, we're realising that us white guys could be wiped out if we don't stand up, because we've kind of been too nice, we've kind of been putting up with it. Anyways, police here, they have military police everywhere, big machine guns, and they're pretty strict here, so especially for the United States. Anyways, thanks guys. Yeah guys, this is the centre, in this small little city town, this dangerous little city town where everything goes down. This is probably the Mexicans and Americans think of when you see Mexican movies, this kind of things you see. But like I was saying, it looks a bit like California here with the streets. They have the Venetian style streets. A lot of time it looks like some parts of California with the colourful thing. But yeah, anyways, I had to turn up a phone before because a police officer ran after me. They have they don't have non-police officers, just have armed guys, army guys like you see all around Latin America, especially in Brazil. The Federal de Policia with the machine guns. I've got to be careful because any one of these guys can rob my phone off me, and because there's no police around, they're all around the border. The police, stop people coming over the border. But except Mexicans, they let them over, but white people like me, they don't let us over. That's why I was saying we're being wiped out, and that's why Mexicans, Latinos are really cocky and spoiled these days. They don't know how well they have it, but yeah. You can be Mexican, you can go over across the border, no problem. Just get a B2 visa. Whereas me, I paid $600 for a B2 visa. I wasted 5 months of my life here. That's what I've been here for, only to get my B2 visa, so I can be safe in USA. So I have a home. See those chairs in the back? That's what 15-year-olds do. They have a party, they have a special ritual where they have 15-year-old or students where once they turn 15, 16, they ride in the back of the car and go all around Mexico. I'll go across the border and cross because it's easy for them. Just let them over. Even the police officer, they refused me entry into the United States 6 months ago. He said, well, you could just cross over the border like everyone else illegally. He hates gringos because I could tell he was called Ortiz, so he just wanted me to suffer. They hate the fact that, they think those white people are all Americans, all spoiled Americans. I think we've got all these privileges and they hate us. And we put up with it because we think, because we're strong, we just think, we've got options. But yeah, I think here at night time, after 8 p.m, everywhere's closed. Like last night, I tried to order pizza or something. I thought, okay, I got here pretty late to my hotel, only here to get my visa, and obviously it got refused because I don't have Mexican residency. So they wanted me to come all the way here, waste all my money, just so they say, they wanted, he knew he didn't have residency. The guy back on the 20-hour driveway back in Leon, where I've been spent 5 months trying to get my visa, he knew I needed residency, and he knew that he wanted me to come to the most dangerous city in all Mexico, because he could have booked me an appointment in Mexico City, Guadalajara, or anywhere else, but he knew, they hate white people, they're spoiled, it isn't just Arabs or Muslims, that I think are all spoiled, social media, thinking that we get all the girls and stuff, which isn't true, they should be angry at all the black guys who come over and try and get all the girls, showing off, seeing all the propaganda that we all have big willies and stuff. But yeah, that's the topic for another video. I'm just trying to let everything out because I'm a bit annoyed, They love the fact that, a white person isn't making it, anywhere in the world, because they don't have any white brotherhood, all white people, we don't stick together. We have Russians and Ukrainians fighting each other. We should be sticking together more than anywhere, anytime now, because Latinos, they all stay together. They're all about, oh no, foreigner, stay away from him, stay away from the white devil, or the American hate and all this. I think we're all Americans, so they hate us. Mexico City is the only place. I've been traveling around Latin America for 7 years now, and the first time ever was in yeah, I'm a bit of a mess, but I've been looking forward to this, having a big cheat day, I've been looking forward to after travelling all around Mexico. So yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna clean up all this. So they clean this. I'm gonna clean up all this. I'm gonna clean it all up. Pizza, ice cream, lots of more pizzas. Italian biscuits, Sully's, and these crisps are amazing, especially with guacamole. So yeah, got some soup as well to balance it out, some vegetable soup. It's a nice big cheap meal that I've been looking forward to, even though it's a bit of a mess. It's just put my weight back on. Another treat after travel, a Mexican tour.